To lose weight, fundamentally there are two paths to take. You can either do it fast and painful, or slow and steady. Whichever one you pick, you can succeed long term. But you can also fail, as with everything. 95% of people who lose weight to diet regain everything within 3 years. So, in this video I want to explain to you how to know which path to take in order to maximize your chances of success long term, because that's the goal. Not short term, long term. So, let's begin. The first approach is this. You can lose weight about 1 kg a week by following a strict diet plan and doing all the cardio and lifting weights and going to the gym and all that. And once you finish torturing yourself, you can start building your own routine that you can follow, for life. That helps you keep the weight off. And this routine doesn't have to be that hardcore as the, losing the weight one, fun fact. But the problem with this is that you're going so fast that you risk burnout. All you can think about is food and eating everything inside, that afterwards you're not thinking about, okay, I need to eat this instead of that and I have to change that about my routine. You're constantly thinking, I'm hungry, I need food, and I don't care anymore, I want to eat everything. And that's how you relapse. You went down really fast and then you go back really fast. So this approach doesn't work with people who tend to do that, tend to relapse really fast. But if you don't have a problem with that and you don't have a problem with, you just want to get it over with, then sure, this approach works wonders, it's really fast, and you can, in 8 weeks, you lose 8 kg, that's a lot. 10 weeks, 10, amazing. But be careful. There's another path, still in this path, so it's a sub-path, that you can take, but it's a little bit slower. So it's not a slow approach, it's a slower, fast approach. So instead of losing 1 kg a week, you're losing 0.3 to 0.5. This approach is much more enjoyable for you because you have more calories to play around with. And I'll tell you exactly how you can set this up. So for 1 kg a week loss, you need 1,000 calorie deficit. So you have to calculate your maintenance calories, then subtract 1,000. If you only go by food, you can also add food, and you can add more food and then exercise more, and you can even it out, things like that, doesn't matter. The main point is this, you have to be in 1,000 calorie deficit to lose 1 kg a week. To lose 0.5 kg a week, you have to be in a deficit of 500 calories. That's 500 calorie difference. That's a complete meal that you can eat. Or maybe, that's a little fun stuff that, keeps you going, keeps you motivated, and helps you fight burnout. So, pick whatever you want. You can lose the same weight with the two approaches. So one is 8 weeks of hell, but it works, 8 weeks, really fast. The one is 16 weeks of less hell. You lose the same 8 kilograms, but 16 weeks, 8 weeks. Torture, not torture, not that much torture. How about the second path? What does slow mean? Is this the sunshine and rainbows, full with unicorns and everything is amazing? Absolutely not. Because you still have to, do the work. But slow means actually taking things easier and not torturing yourself from the get-go, but actually trying to create a lifestyle that you can enjoy and that you can sustain long term. So you're kind of skipping the losing weight part, the weight loss phase, and you're just making changes to your diet that, towards a healthier one, that you would make either way after the weight loss phase, if that makes sense. As starting, how do you start this? You go on walks. You start to do an activity that you want. Walks, playing whatever sport you want, going to the gym, and just staying, or yoga, I'm not saying yoga is bad, and just staying consistent. That's the goal. Like for 4 weeks, you're just consistently showing up. You don't have to do it every day. You can do it like going to the gym 2 times a week. Doesn't matter what you do, just stay consistent, show up. Afterwards, you can maybe start to look at your diet. Okay, what am I eating? How can I improve it? And do it slowly. What breakfast am I eating? Instead of eating French toast, I can eat bread, whole wheat bread or white bread, it doesn't matter, whichever one you prefer. And then maybe scramble the eggs, not fry them in a pan, or boil the eggs. But that's a bit hardcore, isn't it? Who knows, maybe you are into that. I am. So you can make tiny changes that compound over time. Maybe you want to try some new breakfasts, maybe you want to change yours, as I mentioned before. And then you start going towards the snacks and the dinner and the lunch and so on. And slowly but surely, you changed your whole diet. And who would have thought you lost some weight after a couple of months? You lost some weight, but you're not happy with your current situation, so you want to lose more. So you figure out and research how you can do that faster or more correctly. In this approach, you're just creating a lifestyle that you can sustain and adjust as you want. Again, this approach takes longer, but at least you don't have to worry about burning out because you're creating a lifestyle that you enjoy. Like, you're constantly striving for enjoyment or performance optimizing, depending on which one you prefer, but you're creating something that you can sustain long term, not I want to do this for 8 weeks and then I'm done. Like, who really cares if you can lose weight for 8 weeks and then not maintain it? Like, does it really make a difference? I don't think so, and I don't think you think it too. So, whichever one you pick, you gotta go into the mindset that you have to do it long term, or you have to keep the result long term. So, there is a much higher chance that you are succeeding, because if you don't, you risk relapse, because short-term mindset is short-term results. It's that simple. I hope you got something out of this, I hope I helped you, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye-bye.